Hello everyone, this is the Dandelion, back with a few thoughts on the recent announcement of Samurai Warriors 5. Now I'm a bit late to the party, I know, but I needed some time to kind of geek out about this. I'm a huge fan of the Warriors and have been for the past few years, or more or less my childhood, so hearing that this game is making it to a 5 got me really excited. Now starting with the obvious thing about this game is the anime-esque appearance. I love anime and the many art styles associated with it. So that is a win in my book. We can expect some great forms of expression from the characters because of this style change. This painting ink-like feel to it, the outlines, I love it. I love it all, and it's hard to contain the excitement because this is a new look to this game that usually has its roots in a more sort of pseudo-realistic kind of Final Fantasy-esque look, you know, spiky, cool hair and all with the realistic face. Yeah, you know it's cartooned, but they look like they could walk out of the screen in reality. So having a more anime-esque feel is really, really great. Some things that we know about the game so far: it's going to be a reboot of the Samurai Warriors series. Samurai Warriors 5 will take us towards the first entry of the game when Samurai Warriors debuted on PS2. The focus is going to be on the Oda clan too, meaning we can expect the early years of Nobunaga up to or maybe a little bit past Sanonji. I can't help but wonder if we'll get any of the gameplay from Spirit of Sanada as well, since the aging system would be very good for a game like this, especially as we get to see Nobunaga's transition from his younger appearance to the older one that we're all used to. Alright, now I want to get into some of the characters. From what we know so far, the characters that have been announced are Nobunaga Oda himself, Mitsuhide Akechi, Yoshimoto Imagawa, Hideyoshi Toyotomi, Nohime, Oichi, Nagamasa Azai, and Katsuie Shibata. We also have two new characters that have been announced so far, a Koga ninja named Mitsuki and Toshimitsu Saito. Now, the roster has been cut down to 27 characters from what we know. Sort of a letdown because we're used to everybody or the huge roster of 64. But considering that they're going back and rebooting the first game, and this is only following the Oda clan, I don't have too much of a complaints with that for the most part. We can probably expect some expansion on the gameplay as well because of it. So now some things that I still have high hopes for. For starters, Toshie's wife Matsu. Been wanting her in the series for a minute, really hope that she makes the cut. I'm hoping to also see Nene the ninja as well. I really loved her. She's probably one of my second favorite characters in the Samurai Warrior series, next to Ranmaru Mori. In terms of gameplay, a nice little lock-on function to lock onto enemy generals would be a very great boon to the game. I think that it would make the gameplay way more interesting, being able to slash a number of enemies while keeping a better eye on the enemy commanders. It's worked well in Dynasty Warriors 9, and it does its job very well in Fate Extella. As far as the level design and the worlds go, I'm hoping to find something more akin to Tokiden 2 and Spirit of the Sanada. In Tokiden 2, they had a very nice open world. It was wide, I'll put it that way, or it was big enough for you to roam around in, but at the same time it was small enough so it's not just an open wasteland most of the time. It's a mistake that Dynasty Warriors 9 made, making the huge open world gigantic instead of making it smaller and putting more enemies in. Spirit of the Sanada does a good job with this. Even though it's sectioned off, there are enough enemies that you do encounter, and it's not so huge where you can get lost or you can end up leaving a battle or just roaming around in another area mindlessly and no enemies appear. So I really hope that that does come back and that they expand on it, because the issue with it was that it was barren and it felt like there was nothing to do in there. You heard my thoughts, so now I want to hear yours. What characters do you all want to see in the game? Do you want the levels to be big like an open world, or do you want them to be mission based like they used to be? Let me know in the comments below. And thank you for your time. Again, this is the Dandelion, signing off.